Thank you, and thank you, Mayor Benjamin. The Morehouse commencement ceremony has been described as solemn, steeped in tradition. You just described it as unique. And I'm wondering how the nature of the ceremony factored into the White House's decision to have President Biden speak there at a time when there's volatility on campuses nationwide.
Sure. Morehouse and all the other HBCUs. I served as a trustee at Benedict College, another proud, historically black college in Columbia, South Carolina. Again, my daughter also attends, she'll tell you, because she wears Spelman on her chest all day, every day. She is a Spelman woman. Morehouse is unique, but I dare say that every institution of higher learning is unique, and HBCUs are solemn places. Almost every one of them, but most of them birth after one of the darkest periods in world history, and certainly the darkest period in American history. So when you step onto those grounds, you're always stepping into someplace special. The president was invited to come to Morehouse, voted on by the faculty today to indeed receive an honorary doctorate, which will be conferred on Sunday. And I think, it's a special place, and having a chance to speak very directly to this very unique group of talented young men and women, young men and their families who are going to go out and help change the world. I'm sure it did factor in his decision to make the move down there.
The President of the United States receives multiple invitations to speak at multiple universities every single year, and I'm wondering if you think that even with the possibility of protests, that there's an expectation of potentially a calmer reception at Morehouse than elsewhere.
I'll tell you, Morehouse is an amazingly special and dignified place. Yes, he does receive a lot of invitations, but this president has also been very intentional over the course of his career and certainly his presidency to always make sure he makes time to go to HBCUs. He delivered the commencement address at Howard last year. He's been at SC State's commencement address. He's obviously spoke to the president of Delaware State, where President Biden will tell you that he got his political start decades ago, spoke to Dr. Allen today, and obviously it's special to him, and he realizes that not only a speech, but more importantly, the $16 billion in resources to support this amazingly talented group of young leaders, that he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk.
Okay, we'll start wrapping it up. Go ahead.
A question on the Oval Office meeting, and then wanted to follow up on something else. You said, had the president met with the families involved in the Delaware case prior to today's Oval Office meeting, or was this his first time meeting them?
You know, it was interesting, and obviously this is my first time in the same space with each of them, and he spent a significant amount of time with the Delaware families. One of the ladies, a daughter of one of the litigants, indicated that the president had spent several moments on their couch over the course of his career. So he was very familiar with the case. He knows the case, but he'd engaged with the families in the past.
And then on the question of enthusiasm for the president in the African-American community, what do you chalk that lethargy up to?
You know, I will tell you again, I can only speak, Francesca, to my experience. And when I get out there and we talk to people about the amazing successes of the administration under the leadership of the president, vice president, people are psyched. I mean, they're happy about these meaningful developments that are helping change the lives of people all across this country. We got to make sure, and that's a campaign job. Our job here is making sure we share the news, and hopefully in partnership with each and every one of you, that the news gets out to all the places in this very different world in which we live, in which people receive their news. So I'm looking over there. Can you get the third question, Francis?
Well, I just wanted to ask, are you saying that you distrust the polling that shows the president's support among the African-American community is lower than it was this time 4 years ago, for instance?
I can honestly tell you that I don't follow the polls.